Green River Distilling Company. Never had it.
But special thanks to Mike Sutton for giving us the chance.
So, cool. Very exciting. This bottle was donated to us by Mike Sutton, one of our long-term first subscribers and viewers to the channel. He's a great guy. Very cool. Very cool. So, thank you to you. We'll start out this video by saying thank you.
Yeah, he's been super helpful, giving us some behind-the-scenes tips.
Yes.
Always making sure to watch the videos.
Oh, hold on a minute. Keep talking. I got something that he said earlier because it's pretty funny. Keep talking. You're doing great.
He's a true whiskey Bible follower. We don't have a name for you guys yet, but
can't find the group chat.
He would be the head of the fan club.
As I'm looking through my text messages, I believe Mike Sutton gave me the abbreviation ABH. Always be hunting. Look, he heard us talking about him. He just texted me. That's pretty funny. You should almost leave that on the thing.
Yeah, I will.
But yeah, ABH, always be hunting, is a new abbreviation that Mike Sutton uses. So, very cool. Thank you, Mike Sutton. And your ears must have been ringing, buddy. So, here we go. Weeded bourbon from Green River. I did do a little searching on this, and a lot of people compare this to Weller Special Reserve. So maybe if we have time in the video, we'll do a little side-by-side action here, but we'll see. We'll see how this is. New distilleries like this concern me, okay? I'm always excited, but I'm always nervous. I'm like, is this something I want to buy, right? Is this something I want to spend money on? I think he said it was like 35, 40 bucks for this bottle.
That's not too bad.
Right? But like, is it like when I could spend that money on something that I know I'm going to love? You know, you got to be adventurous. You got to be in the right mood to want to try. I like that cork pop. Try new things. Smells like a Green River.
I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
It actually smells pretty good. I don't know how long this is aged, but pouring it doesn't have a lot of color to it. I'm guessing 6 to 8 years, which seems to be the norm anymore. I feel like age statements are getting lower and lower as these distilleries are trying to pump out more and more product.
Yeah, I mean it's a little light in the color.
Off the nose, does smell a little young. I'm getting that kind of corny note from it, almost like a Hardin's Creek 2-year. From the color and the nose.
Right, that's the other problem I find with a new distillery. If you go for something that's reasonably priced, sometimes that's kind of their cheaper brand, right? It's younger, it's not as much flavor, but it's hard. It makes it hard to get into a new thing when their good bottles are like $80. It's like, okay, well, how do I know it's good for me?
Yeah, I believe they have like 3 or 4 main lines. They have like a rye, a wheat, a regular bourbon, and a cask strength single barrel. But I mean, that's pretty good for a smaller distillery. You know,
are you getting the sweet note?
I'm getting a sweet note. I would obtain it to like eucalyptus mint. I
see the mint there.
Like a eucalyptus mint. Some floral notes in there as well. Maybe like a petunia.
Is that even a thing?
Yeah, petunia.
I never heard of that. I heard of petunia.
That's what I'm trying to say. Petunia.
Oh, okay.
Stay in school. But yeah, it's got a floral eucalyptus mint. Yeah, you can almost like if you like smell it in, and then you go like into the fresh air. It's like it's a very refreshing nose, very crisp.
All right, what do you think? Anything else to add before we get into this?
Other than I've been ready to sip this whiskey since the first 5 seconds of this video. No, let's go.
Cheers.
Cheers. Ooh. Almost like a unique pepper taste to it. Like not like a black pepper or a burn pepper, like a sweet pepper, and real like sugar sweetness on the back end. almost like a bell pepper. That was weird for me.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, there's something to the finish there, and I could say maybe like a little spice.
Licorice. I'm getting a licorice taste in there on the sides of my tongue. All honesty, from what I remember, it might be very close to Weller Special Reserve. There might be a little bit more of a finish on this than the Weller Special Reserve, but I think it'd be very similar, especially off that first sip.
That first sip, I'm not getting a ton. It wasn't offensive in any way, but just not a lot of flavor there.
I actually didn't mind the sip. I didn't mind the sip. I kind of enjoyed
No, I
it.
didn't. I didn't either. But I.
Yeah, it wasn't full bodied, right? You could tell it's young.
It's a very light.
It's very light, young aged bourbon. If this was like 10 to 12 years, you might be talking something really nice. But I'm getting used to this. This seems to be like what everybody's doing now, besides really Buffalo Trace. I feel like they're sticking to their age. Really, the grandfather distilleries, right? Heaven Hill, Buffalo Trace, Michter's, Old Forester. You know, those are the ones who can produce these higher age stated because they have the money and the backbone to them, you know? Whereas these smaller companies are just getting started out. It's at least aged 2 years. Well, I'm ready for another sip. I didn't give myself a lot. I might only get 2 sips out of this. Cheers. If you like smooth, it's very smooth.
Yeah, it is smooth.
Very smooth. Some vanilla pushed through that time to me. I'm still getting that bell pepper taste. Licorice. And a real sugary sweetness. I don't know what I would relate it to. It's like almost like you know the pixie dust. Imagine like flavorless.
Oh, wow.
Imagine like flavorless pixie dust, like just sugar. That's what it tastes like to me. I am full-heartedly in belief that this right here would be close to Weller Special Reserve.
Right. So I mean, I think that'll be better. Not just because it's Weller, but because I think it's probably aged a bit longer. I wonder if the bottle being so low, I wonder if that'll help or hurt. Right, neck pour versus, we could kill that. It's close to.
We probably could.
It's probably more like 3 glasses or 4, but.
Yeah, I think just for the sake of this video, I'm just gonna do like a
just a small
taste.
one. Yeah, I don't want to.
Well, here we go. I think this would be a fun comparison. See what people think. I'm not going to give myself a whole lot. I don't want this to be the starter. Ooh, look at this. Weller in a Weller glass. It's like you knew. Right, like the nose on this, I can already tell it's aged longer than this. I'm getting more oak on this nose. Well, cheers. Happy hunting. It is close, but they're also very different. This I get more floral notes from, more floral and like sugar sweetness. This I get more of an oak vanilla caramel sweetness from, which is attributed to more age, I believe.
Yeah, I would be willing to believe that. They are more similar than I was expecting, but this definitely, I get that nice classic vanilla sweetness. The Green River, it's not that it wasn't sweet, but it wasn't vanilla. I wasn't really, it was there, but it was so faint.
Again, I'm a bit harsh. I always was. Green River weeded bourbon. First time ever trying anything from the Green River brand. I did enjoy it. I did like it. I just wish that these distilleries would start aging stuff a little more before sending it out to the consumer. I get it, right? You're trying to make your money. You're trying to do this. But, if you get a nice age-stated product, which they might be working on to release, I feel that would draw a lot more attention. Maybe that's why they're able to keep their prices so low, right? Because they're not spending that much time in a barrel. That being said, I do enjoy the flavor. I do enjoy it as a whole. Great price for it. Would I buy it again? Probably not. Would I buy others from the brand? Probably yes. I would love to try their cask strength. Out of 10, I'd give this a 7.5 out of 10.
Yeah, I flipped some gang signs at the camera earlier.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I was thinking 7.
7, okay.
We'll see. I guess I'll have to leave that in so the people know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think pretty much spot on the same idea as you, right? Overall, like flavor wise, this isn't terribly impressive to me. It's kind of kind of average, right? There's nothing too like crazy about it to me, but it is a nice, smooth pour of whiskey, and it's got nice enough flavors that for me, at $35 to $40, sure, let's give it a 7.
Cool. 7.5, 7. That's pretty close. So
Yeah.
Well, that was fun. Thank you, Mike Sutton, again.
Yes, thank you.
You the man. So, well, they know who I am.
Yeah, they probably know who I am.
So with that, we'll just say, stay in school.
Cheers.
I'm out of whiskey.